It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Chris Olave. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Saints and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry. Taken in at the 22. Very good return that time. 18 yards. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Off the play fake. Dillon out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. To throw is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
From the gun, Murray. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Saints are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dillon. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll look to throw here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Murray now on 1st down. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
And that'll be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Murray. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And his kick here is good. And they are on the board with but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So here are the Saints to take over. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dillon. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. And some room to run now. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 22 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Dillon. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. To throw on 3rd down, Dillon. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. Denver's offense now set to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
2nd and 1, if people are running the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what you just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Walker with another carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Murray now to throw. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Murray again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. And this obviously about as short of a field goal as you can get. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The New Orleans offense set to take over. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw on 2nd down. Dillon. His throw incomplete.
Well, we see him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, Creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football back at their own 17. That pick hurts a little extra. If it was third down, you were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, and with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll look to set up his blockers, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with decent starting field position, they're maybe only a couple completions away from field goal range. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. From there, we fly east to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. A touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more
in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. Throwing on first down. Dillon, he's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Broncos 6. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Murray now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw again on second down. Murray. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray now. Under pressure, they got him again. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. This is fielded at the 27. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second half blowout material.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have. When they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball, definitely coming from his head coach.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And no.
As they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And Walker with it over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Murray, throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him.
Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray, he rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Aaron Stokes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Saints.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down. 20, good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Denver's offense ready to go again.
Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now on 2nd and 13. Murray got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Murray finds Dulcich out left side.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. That's taken in by Watson.
Murray's pass.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Murray going to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 44-yard line.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. Going to throw right side here. Complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive and give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. To the right side, this is Walker.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Murray's throw taken in by Sutton. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up third and
The Broncos on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Murray. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Binds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Lewis Seen.
He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. To throw is Murray.
Got his man. It's Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time, the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
Now Murray off play action. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw out wide to Walker. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
McPherson now for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Five-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Saints, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.